What's the story, Morning Glory? What's the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of Seeking Sister Wife, Season 4, Episode 6. This is the Davis family review. April, Nick, and Jennifer. Every time that I see Nick on my television screen, he looks like a kid in a candy store. Nick looks like he hit the damn jackpot when it came to having a whole bunch of women. He is so happy with his with his group of women. I mean, Nick is really having a good time. He always has a smile on his face. He's always in a good mood. I love Nick. So let's get into this. So they are still on their weekend getaway. And the whole purpose of the getaway is to see how compatible everybody is with one another, because Danielle is the potential new sister wife. She's the one that they're currently dating. And they just want to see how they all get along. So they start playing the drinking game, and during the drinking game, Danielle reveals that she had broken up with someone because she wanted to be with someone else. And so this is very concerning for April. Everything about Danielle is concerning for April. No one else has any major complaints about Danielle except for April. And I'm wondering if it's because she sees Danielle as a challenge. Because Jennifer is so passive and so docile, she's probably I feel like maybe April feels like she can kind of control Jennifer and boss her around. And she probably sees Danielle as someone who has more of a backbone in her than Jennifer. And so she's probably worried that Danielle is going to be someone that's going to probably stand up to her. I think that's the reason why April is constantly bringing up issues about Danielle. So Danielle says that, yeah, she was dating someone and they broke up because she wanted to be with someone else. And April says, well, that really concerns me because, it makes me wonder, if she can really commit to someone. April, sweetheart, people break up with people all the time. So it's nothing unusual that she broke up with one person to go be with someone else. That's not unusual. It's not far fetched. It's not like she was married for 35 years and then all of a sudden just, packed up and left with no explanation while her husband was at work. People break up with people, and especially young people. And she's like only 21, 22 years old. Yeah, young people do that. It's not concerning. It's not anything. It just is what it is. That's life, April. I hate to break it to you. So, they all have a discussion about jealousy. Even Nick talks about how sometimes he's jealous when the two women get together, April and Jennifer. He feels kind of left out sometimes. And then, April talked about how she felt jealous when, Nick met Jennifer and, Jennifer was coming around a lot and Nick was spending a lot of time with Jennifer. April felt like she was possibly like being replaced, or was he still going to be as excited about her still as much as he was about, the new woman coming into their lives. And so April herself has experienced jealousy. And Jennifer talks about how she kind of feels, I don't know if jealousy is the word of what Jennifer was describing, but that she kind of feels like she's living in April's shadow, because April is like the alpha female. She commands a room wherever she goes, she's commanding a room. And Jennifer kind of feels like diminished or like in the background. So maybe it is jealousy. Maybe she is jealous of how dominant April is. So then after they play the game, Nick suggests that they all go to bed, but he wants them all to share a bed or something like that. But that wasn't going to work out because they didn't want to push the mattresses together, because they didn't want to, they didn't want to be the one to end up where the mattresses meet, that divide in the middle. So they decided against that. So the first night, Nick is going to be with Jennifer, which I still don't understand why. Oh, I remember now. April made the decision because, like I said, April is the supervisor and Nick is the manager. So April made the decision that the reason why Jennifer was going to spend the night with Nick was because she wants to know how Danielle would be able to handle feeling jealous. How is she going to work through or process her feelings of jealousy when she sees or knows that Nick is with Jennifer and not her for that very first night on their getaway? Especially considering that she is the newest member to this group. So I don't agree with April at all with that, there's going to come a time when she's going to have to process her feelings of jealousy. But why should it be so early on in the relationship? Why can't she just enjoy being Nick's girlfriend for now? Just enjoy being his girlfriend, do the kind of things that boyfriends and girlfriends do, spend that first night with him. Why do you have to put her through the test so early on? Like, and who are you, April? Who are you to make that decision? It's not a decision that Nick should make on his own. He should pick who he wants to be with. And I just didn't get why it was going to be a big deal for Nick and Danielle to be together that first night on their trip. They're still new. It would have given them more time to get to know each other. But yeah, April, she had the final say because, she's the manager and the rest are just her employees. So this is okay. So this is funny right here. The first night, like I said, Nick is going to be with Jennifer. And I don't know how the question came up or how he started talking about this, but Nick was explaining why he needs to have several wives. He says that it's tough to satisfy his libido. That's why he needs several wives. And he says that it just wasn't going to work with him in a monogamous relationship because one person can only put up with so much of all of his loving. And one person can only take so much, he says. That's what he said. One person can only take so much because he's just insatiable. I don't know where this man finds the energy or the time. So that was more like his reason of why he needs to have multiple wives. It wasn't for having a big family. It wasn't for, religious reasons. It's just the fact that, hey, one woman cannot handle all of this. And so, yeah, I need a whole bunch of them because I need to keep going and going and going and going. And I don't want to, I don't want to kill nobody. So I need to spread my love all the way around. That's what it seemed like to me. So when it was time to go to bed, the women come in with matching pajamas. And as I was watching that scene where they came in front of Nick, modeling their pajamas for him, I was looking at Danielle, and Danielle said that she was really happy that they had a pair of pajamas for her because it shows that Jennifer and April were trying to include her, make her feel included. But her facial expression didn't show that she was happy. So I don't know if she was still struggling with not being able to be with him that first night, or she didn't like the pajamas, or what, but she didn't look happy. Even though in the confessional she said that she was happy, she didn't look happy to me. And a lot of the times Danielle doesn't look happy. She's only really happy when she's with Nick. When she's with Nick and Jennifer and April, she doesn't look very happy. Her facial expressions don't tell me that she's having the time of her life, because this should be, exactly what you want. You should be excited. You should be thrilled. But she doesn't look happy. So maybe April does have reasons to be concerned with whether or not Danielle is going to be a good fit. So Nick thought that the matching pajamas for them was really adorable. And Danielle says that initially, it was kind of hard for her to see him show affection to the other women because in her mind, this is her boyfriend, they're getting to know each other. She wants them all to herself. So it was really hard for her to see that him giving love to the other women, or maybe him giving more affection to them than to her, because I guess it's natural when you are a sister wife to be measuring, well, how much is he giving me? Is he giving me as much as he's giving everybody else? Am I getting less? Am I getting enough? And that's just a very strange dynamic for those of us who are in monogamous relationships. It's a strange dynamic to feel like you have to measure, am I getting, my fair share of time, love and affection, money, whatever, that's strange to me. So, but she understands, she says, I understand that this is what it's like when you're in a plural relationship. There are going to be times when it seems like others are getting more than you. And then there's going to be times when you're getting more than others. And that's just how it is. And so it seems like she's really trying to get accustomed to this whole situation. So April has a child from a previous relationship, a teenage son, but there are no other children. Once again, I want to know, what is the purpose? I know why the men want it. Okay, I know why the men want to be in plural relationships. But why do the women, why do they fight so hard for these relationships when it's not about religion and it's not about just helping with raising a family, because there's going to be like a whole bunch of kids and I need as much help as I can because I'm going to have, each, when you think of the typical stereotypical plural family, you think of multiple wives, and each wife has got like, a plethora of children. They have like 5, 6, 7, 8 kids apiece. And just, you need help just for your own children, let alone the help for everybody else's children combined. You need help with just your own kids. Even if you have like only 4 or 5, you need people to help you with those kids. These are your own kids and you need help. So when it's not about expanding a family and it's not about religion, what are we really doing this for, ladies? Like, I know why the men are, but what is in it for the women, especially when they all seem to kind of struggle with jealousy? And April, she has to like keep a very keen eye on who is going to come into the family. Like, what's the purpose? I would like to know. Yeah, so that is my review. And I want to hear more from Jennifer. Jennifer, we need you to talk more. I need you to tell us more about your history, why you're here, why you're doing this. But this is my review of Seeking Sister Wife, the Davis Family Edition. On your way out, please don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, subscribe. If you don't like this content, don't worry about it. But thank you for stopping by anyway. And I'll definitely talk to you later. Bye.